Good day. Today is Friday, the 23rd of October, and there's a lot we look forward to in our parish community that I want to share with you today. First thing that I want to share with you is the annual Catholic Appeal. You're all, those of you who have been part of the parish for several years, are quite familiar with the responsibility that we have and the obligation that we have of supporting the greater church beyond our parish, which is the Diocese of Yakima. And this Sunday, we announce it, make the announcement for the beginning of it. And it's in a letter, too, that we sent out yesterday. And those of you who have signed up for FLOCKNOTE, you received this yesterday through electronic mail, rather than this snail mail that most of us receive. So we're happy to announce this annual Catholic Appeal. It's the real main support of our diocese every year. And we need to be concerned about that because we are the church, and our bishop depends, and his staff depends on our generosity and stewardship, and living up to that, the obligation of stewardship of being a sharing people, to carry out his mission of being the chief pastor for the whole diocese, the 7 central counties of Washington. And we in this parish, the Cathedral Parish, are large enough to be relatively independent, although we still depend on the diocese and of course our bishop for many things, but there's many small parishes that really need the help that we give. So in your generosity, really prayerfully discern how you're going to share. We want every single person in the parish to have a share in the ministry of the diocese, the ministry of the bishop. All these different things, the diaconate, seminarians, prepares for the expected mothers and kids up to 5 years old, religious education, all these different ministries are supported by the annual Catholic Appeal, as well as we support our bishop and chancery, or pastoral office, I should say, staff. So, which is right across the street here. We don't want them going down the tube. So please be generous and do what you can. Think about it. Pledge Sunday is the 8th of November. However, you can make a pledge anytime. If you get those, you probably have your personal letters from the diocese already. In the mailing yesterday, there was an extra envelope in case you didn't get an envelope that you can use to fill out your pledge to the annual Catholic Appeal. That's kind of first and foremost for these next coming weeks. We're going to reinstate Adoration on Fridays, but this Sunday we'll have a list on the table in the vestibule, and we ask you if you're interested in signing up for some time each Friday. We need to have somebody there all the time. It's going to be in the chapel. It's going to be from 11:30 after Mass in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening with benediction. We need to make sure there's someone there every moment of each Friday. And so that we can't just leave the Lord alone in our chapel. We need someone there to pray and to be present there with the Lord. So Adoration will take place. I'm not sure exactly what date we're going to start yet. Depends when we get all those half hours or hours covered. And as soon as we do that, we'll let you know, and we can start with Adoration on Fridays again. It's a little shorter time than we had in the past. Used to be from 7:30 in the morning until 7:15 in the evening. But because we have a change of Mass times because of the COVID pandemic, and we stream Mass every day, we want to make sure that we have a time that's convenient for everyone. Next Sunday is All Saints' Day, the first of a week from Sunday, I should say, the 1st of November. And it's a time for us too, not only the saints in heaven, but for us who are trying to be saints. That's our duty and obligation. That's our goal, really, is to become saints, to become those who are united with God forever. And so we know many people that we've experienced in our lives, and here in this cathedral parish, there's so many of you who are really saintly in the way you live. And I'm sure that they are among the saints of God too, not just those who are recognized officially by the Universal Church, but those who we know that really lived good lives as fervent disciples of the Lord. And so it's our feast too, in a sense, All Saints' Day. It's a feast that celebrates the saints who are recognized by the official church, and it's also a day to recognize all those who have died in our own families and friends, and also ourselves, who are kind of embryonic saints in process. We're saints in process. The next day, on November 2nd, we have All Souls Day, and there's an envelope in the mailing that we sent out for your convenience if you want to list your own deceased family and friends and drop them off at Mass, or leave them in the drop off at the office sometime between now and a week from Sunday, and we'll make sure that those envelopes are placed on the altar to be remembered, all those names, all during the month of November. We also have our altar of the dead that we invite you to place pictures of your deceased people so we can remember them and recognize them, raise them up and pray for them during this month of November, which is the month of All Souls. Again, I urge you to sign up for Formed, which is like a Catholic Netflix we've talked about many times before. There's so many resources there. It's just a waste not to take advantage of it. It's there, it's free, and it's up to us to continue to use the resources that are available. So many films, so many videos, so many just enjoyable things, not just all instruction, but take a look at it. Check the website after this presentation right today. You'll find information about it and how to sign up. The other program that we encourage again, and we've encouraged before, is FLOCKNOTE. FLOCKNOTE is an electronic means of communication. It saves us from sending out letters to you, and it might be a way to make sure that you get the information from our parish. We're going to send out all the parish letters by email, and so you'll be able to get this if you're signed up with FLOCKNOTE. So again, this is also on the website, and we ask you please to sign up if you have a cell phone, or you have a website, or you have email. It's really a help to us and to you as well. And everyone from now on will get, as far as signed up for FLOCKNOTE, will get their parish letters not by snail mail, but by electronic devices. A Mass for deceased priests and clergy, deacons and bishops too, will be offered on the 17th of November at 5:30. It's a Tuesday evening, I believe. A Tuesday evening at 5:30. It'll be in our cathedral. Our bishop will be here with our priests, and we extend the invitation to our cathedral parishioners, those of you who have been so faithful in the past, to raise up, remember, and pray for our deceased clergy. You're welcome to come and join us. Again, we have to remind you when you come to church to keep that social distancing. Church is divided into places where you can sit and not sit. Every other pew is blocked off, and we ask you to be conscious of that social distancing, particularly when you approach the communion and going back from communion. I notice there's kind of a gathering there sometimes that really shouldn't be. Just be careful so we don't get closed down. We don't want to have that happen to us. We're planning to have our usual ecumenical Thanksgiving Eve, the Wednesday evening before Thanksgiving, service in our cathedral this year. It'll be in the cathedral rather than the chapel. It'll be at 7 o'clock. It'll be streamed or broadcast in some way so that people can receive it. And we just want to remind you that it's early yet. It's not till later November, but we just want to remind you that's happening. The other thing, of course, that's very important these coming weeks is the obligation that we share and the privilege that we have of voting. Sean brought me a notice today, just reminded me there's a novena in preparation for the voting day beginning on Monday, this Monday. It's got a specific intention for each day, and all it asks us to do is to pray in Our Father, Hail Mary, and Glory be to the Father, for the intention of this novena for a just and fair election, and for the incentive for all of us to use the privilege that we have to vote. So if you just do that, and you can check the website every day, the intention will be on there for that specific day, and you can join with the United States Church, the Conference of Catholic Bishops, U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, is sponsoring this and encouraging this for our people beginning this Monday. Again, I want to thank all of you for your continued support, and especially the Knights of Columbus. You've been so really wonderful in being so faithful to being there to sign up people for Mass. Our capacity has been increased, as you know, the last couple of weeks, so we're able to have between 150 and 200 people at each Mass in the church, but we have to be still concerned, wear masks, and be socially distant from one another, unless you're in the same family. But the Knights of Columbus have been marvelous, and they are a great help to us, and we want to thank them too publicly today. I want to thank you, those of you who take advantage of our daily Mass, not only in person, but the streaming of daily Mass. Monday through Friday, we stream Mass at 11 o'clock, and Mass is offered, of course, in our cathedral. And we invite you to come and join us, physically if you can, but otherwise to join us on the streaming of Mass every day. It's part of the outreach of our parish community during this COVID. And I think, the way things are looking, probably doing this for quite a while yet. I would wish that would end soon, but we can't guarantee that it'll happen very soon. We have evening prayer every Monday night in our chapel. We only have a handful of people, maybe 8 to 12 or 15, but we do meet in the chapel every Monday evening at 5:30. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and it's praying with the church, the official prayer of the church, evening prayer or vespers that we join in, and it's a beautiful break in the week. And during Advent, we plan to have this sung as we always have had it. Those of you who know Father Himes, used to be a teacher out at Central Catholic and Carroll High School. Many of you graduated from there and went to school there. He's just been brought down to Highgate, which is a kind of a memory care and convalescent facility and adult living. It's a really assisted living place out of the corner of Westchester and 56th Avenue. He can't have any visitors yet. They're on an isolation thing, quarantine. When they first come down, anybody that goes in there for 14 days. But in a couple of weeks, he'll be available, and also will let you know, if you give us a call, how you can call him on the phone. There is an outside visitation place that you can visit people up there. And those of you who know Father Himes, a wonderful priest, he's been up in Grand Coulee for many, many years. You might want to renew your knowledge of him and your friendship with him. I want to just remind you that Life Teen and Spy Edge for high school and middle school is beginning. It's already on, really. It's been continually on. Half of the program is going to be on Zoom, and half of it's going to be in person, probably on early on the evenings hasn't been definitely determined yet, but we'll keep you informed. We want you to, all our high school students, all our middle school students, we cherish you and we respect you, and you're the church of today, not tomorrow, and we value your input to us and your participation in these programs that we try to offer you. Well, I don't think there's anything else that I have to mention to you today, but I just wanted to, again, thank you for your continued support financially of our parish community. We need this, and our bills still go on, and expenses, and we really treasure the fact that you are so dedicated. You're a wonderful parish community. I've said so many times before, I feel so privileged to be your pastor for so many years, going on 33 years this time, and go back another 60 years almost, 55 years, and I was pastor here then too, back from 63 to 1963 to 66 too. So most of my priesthood has been spent here in this wonderful community of faith, and I cherish every day of it. So thank you for being who you are. Thank you for your prayers, for your comfort, for your encouragement, for your support. And I ask God's blessing upon all of you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.